Death chunks. Single chunks on RuneScape containing grinds so long that 99.9% of players wouldn't even contemplate trying to complete them. Luckily for you, I'm that 0.1%, and for this reason, I'm going to take it in my stride and get on with it. Back to Canifis Chunk. Just before we start the video, if you are ever going to like one of my videos, comment on one of my videos, subscribe to my channel, please do all of those things today, because we're about to embark on an insane grind, and I'd love to have you all with me for it. Cheers. Okay, so this is where we're starting the live clips for this episode. Exciting. I don't think I've started a video of rolling chunks before, so without much further ado, let's just go. Okay, I think there's, what, tin and... That's a mine, isn't it? So I think there's stuff I can mine there. So my main issue is I don't actually have access to a pickaxe within my chunks. So, yeah, I mean, there's stuff I can mine there. I think there's iron there as well, possibly. I'll go and take a look. So I can't actually... Oh no, I can roll this chunk because you technically can walk into this tiny bit here. So that will become an unlockable chunk, but I'll go check this out, see what's there. I don't think there's going to be anything I can do without pickaxe, but it's interesting because that'll be somewhere I can mine if and when I do get a pickaxe. Okay, so here we go. We are here. Unlock that. Luckily, it's not this one, which is the one with the Zami Mage fella in. But yeah, go down here. So yeah, it's a spot with tin and copper, but I can't mine them. And a spot with some iron ore as well, although not a very useful iron ore spot because it's not a triple spot. But yeah, no tasks to do here. There's some giant rats and some bears and a unicorn. Nothing too useful for me. So yeah, let's roll again. So we are back in the chunk picker and we are looking at 27 unlocked chunks, which is a lot, but our quick progress could probably quite quickly come to an end with any of these chunks in and around Varrock. I think the skill cape's attached to pretty much all of them. And yeah, the Haunted Mine would be a very, very long grind. The Barrows one would actually probably be quite long, but would be all right now that we've got the rune shop, so we can just buy as many runes as we need. But yeah, let's pick a chunk. Ooh, number 16. What's there? Looks like not a lot. Yeah, nothing according to this, but it's bringing us sort of closer to Edgeville, which is quite an interesting kind of place to be. I know there's like Obor grind down here. Also access to the Wilderness dungeon, so possibly a 66 magic requirement. There's yew trees. Wilderness Slayer would be interesting. I mean, it'd be an upgrade on the Morytania stuff, although I don't actually have access to much of the wilderness yet. But I'll go just double check there's nothing in here of interest, and then we'll move on again. Okay, so here we are at the new chunk. 12599. Let's unlock that fella and see what's here. Looks like not a lot. Dead trees. A thug. Clearly they don't drop anything unique. Yeah, nothing here. But just more wilderness chunks. We are rapidly turning into a wilderness chunk man rather than a Morytania one. But I guess that's the way Chunkman goes. I mean, I don't really have much of a choice when you look at the chunk map other than to push west. I mean, I've got some bits and pieces down here, but a lot of it's Darkmare. And then other than that, it's just sort of a westward push. So, yeah, let's get back to Chunk Picker and pick something new. Okay, so not much happened in this chunk, so let's get on to rolling another. Without much further ado, the 29th chunk of the account is going to be... more wilderness? That cannot be empty. I guess there's no dungeons there. Oh, that's scary though, because we are getting fucking close to some of the wilderness bosses up here. Not even the singles ones, the like big scary multi ones. So yeah, okay, let's go check it out. But I'm a bit nervous. Okay, so here we are at the chunk border. Let's unlock the chunk and see what's in there. I'm guessing probably, by the looks of it, literally nothing. Yeah, it's not looking good for there being anything to do. But we are getting scarily close to some actually proper wilderness bosses now. I mean, we're level 32 wilderness on my Canifis start. I mean, that there. No, what is that one that you can see there? Can you click on that on the map? I mean, I guess it's technically 2 chunks away, but yeah, that's Venenatus, isn't it? Oh god, Venenatus is right there on a chunk account, and my best weapon is a fucking rune dagger. This is not good. Black Knight. Okay, we've already got one of those at the pub. That is wild. I'm nervous here. I mean, I'm yeah, this ain't good. I'm gonna get out the wilderness because I like getting my run to regen a bit whilst I'm rolling the actual chunks. But oh shit, I need to stay away from the green dragon so I don't get killed. But yeah, this is getting a bit nervous making now, getting this deep into the wilderness. Okay, yet another nothing chunk, but it's pretty scary making that we're getting this far north and near the wilderness bosses. But without much further ado, let's just pick the next chunk and hope we don't get anything crazy. This is chunk number 30. No, this wilderness thing needs to calm down. Right, we are now fucking close to Edgeville. Right, so that's picking up 66 magic and a hard task, which I think is for the same thing, make an air orb. Yeah, so that's picking up because that island is obviously actually where you do that. But I can't get to that island because you can't walk up there. You need to access it via the wilderness dungeon, which is down in Edgeville. So I can't actually do that yet. So I'm going to backlog both of those tasks. Yeah, okay. Cool, so they're both backlogged. But yeah, getting pretty close to... Oh, well, I guess we could have unlocked Ferox Enclave on that one, but we're going to have both Ferox Enclave chunks unlocked now, which would be pretty exciting for... Would it? I don't really know. I've got the, like, severe wilderness PvP stuff turned off, like all the bounty hunter stuff, because, I mean, that's not very Xtreme Onechunk Ironman, is it? But yeah, 1 chunk away from Edgeville, which is pretty crazy. Very close to the monastery as well, which is 99 prayer. Oh, I can just sense this series is going to come tumbling. Down very, very quickly when I roll into like a 4,000 hour chunk or something, and that's going to be either the end of the account, the end of the YouTube channel, or the end of me. So I'll go check in this chunk, see if there's anything of interest there. But yeah, I don't think there is. There's obviously the Zamorak Mage, but I can't do anything with him at the moment. But yeah, is that iron there? Could be. That could be a better mining spot than down here. So let's go check it out. So here we are. It's a long run, but we're going to unlock this chunk here. Shouldn't be anything too exciting. Some skeletons. Yeah, the Zamorak Mage, but I can't teleport with him because I've not done the mini quest. But oh, I can buy runes though from him. Can I buy these? It's actually don't have enough coins, so it looks like I can. Oh, it looks like he gets. Oh, because normally you can sell blood runes and stuff here, so it looks like he must get the blood runes after you do the mini quest, which I can't yet do. But the Chaos Packs are cool, because I don't think they sell the Chaos Packs at the rune shop in Varrock, so I guess that's something cool. There are some coal and iron rocks there that I can't sell, although there's only 2 of them, and then that's obviously the air obelisk that I can't actually do anything with at the moment. But yeah, I guess we're going to be rolling more chunks. More chunks. We're probably 10 minutes into the video already. We're rolling more chunks and not done a single in-game activity yet. But I guess it swings and roundabouts, right? I spent a month doing a single chunk back in Port Phasmatis. So, yeah, back to the chunk picker. Oh, not back to the chunk picker because I hopped over this line here, still inside the chunk, but got a music track for it forever. There we go. Do I get one in this chunk as well? No. Okay. Back to chunk picker. Okay, so we're back at it again after chunk number 30. Can we get through another chunk without unlocking a crazy grind? Probably not. There are a lot of crazy grinds knocking around. Let's see what we get. Burg de Rott. So... okay, so I can't actually get into Burg de Rott itself. I can only get onto this bit kind of around the edge. So yeah, there's nothing there for me to do. I should probably just head down there anyway and check, but I know that I can't get into the city. So I think we're all good. Right, I'm getting fucking clobbered by shades, so I need to hurry up. I accidentally stepped into the chunk, but we got the music track. Let's go and get away from these shades. So, yeah, nothing that way. Nothing. Okay. Oh, I can't even walk through there. Okay, I did not know that. Well, yeah, there's really nothing I can do here then. Is there anything this way? No, not by the looks of it. Yeah, really, absolutely nothing here at all. Because I can't get into Burg de Rott because you need to do... oh, is it in search of my IQ? In aid of my... in fact, I think it's in aid of my IQ, isn't it? So yeah, really can't get through. That's kind of a shame that there's really nothing here. Piss off. Oh no, can it not attack me? Or can it? Oh. Okay, right. Okay, this might just be a teleport to Varrock job, and if I roll another chunk down here, just be in for a long walk. Okay, cool. Right, so that's Burg de Rott. Nothing for me there. Let's roll another chunk. Okay, we are back in the chunk picker with 31 chunks unlocked. Can we get something on the next one where we actually need to play the game? I fucking hope so, because I'm getting bored of rolling chunks, wouldn't you believe it? I mean, I'm not going to be saying that when I get like a 99 construction grind or something stupid. But, without much further ado, let's go. Ooh, number 2. Ew, that's Fornith Enclave. Nah, that cannot be a nothing chunk. I guess it could be, because I'm not actually... can't... It looks like you can't even access any of the mini games there anyway. Right, let's go to Fornith Enclave then, I guess. Okay, so right, I believe this chunk to the north is the one. Yeah, so let's unlock that. What is knocking around here then? So, bronze arrows. Do you know what? I already knew that, and that's a little hint at what the secret project I'm working on is. And other than that, I guess it's just Fornith Enclave, right? Looks like there's not much in the way of dungeons or anything we can get in. So how much of Fornith Enclave can we use? So we can use the bank, which is cool. We can use the restoration pools. That's very cool. We can't actually get over to LMS or Bounty Hunter, though... Fun fact, I'm not doing Bounty Hunter at all anyway. I just think that's... like, it just doesn't have any relevance to me as a one chunk account, I don't think. Like, cosmetic upgrades for weapons I don't have, and I've got no means of killing anybody in there, so it's just... I mean, I'd have to boost it, and that'd be shit. LMS, I wouldn't necessarily be averse to doing LMS, but there are some crazy restrictions on it. I was reading the other day for another account that I'm playing, but you need 750 total, which I do have, but you also need 32 quest points, which I resolutely don't have and won't have for a long time. Or if you don't have the quest points, you can have 1,500 total to do LMS. So that's nuts. But there's a death's domain here. So can I set this as my spawn point? That would be cool. I should probably work towards that at some point. It's not a chunk goal because it's just arbitrary, but if I can, that'd be good because it'd be nice if I die not to spawn in Lumbridge and spawn here instead. But very cool to have a bank in the wilderness because for reasons that are currently escaping me, the chunk picker is deciding to send me many chunks into the wilderness for some reason, and this seems to be the direction of travel. So having a bank here seems pretty cool. The restoration pools are very cool, and yeah, that's about it really. I can use the north entrance, that's pretty nice, but aside from that, nothing again to do here. So yeah, let's roll again. No, I'm getting extremely bored of saying, and we're back in the chunk picker, because I just keep rolling so many nothing chunks. It's weird when you don't have like skills like mining unlocked because you literally don't have a pickaxe. It's kind of rough, the chunks that you can roll. Like there's so many tasks that are not backlogged, but like if I unlock a pickaxe in some way, I'm going to end up having to do them. So yeah, let's get stuck into the chunk picker again, see what we can get. Okay. So it's the Alcarid mine, which can be useful, but we can't actually get to it. The only part of that chunk we can do is this little corner here. We can walk onto this tiny bit of path. So I'm not actually going to go and do that. I'll just roll again from here. So I'll renumber the chunks so that this one's included. But yeah, another nothing chunk. So I've renumbered the chunks. We can't actually get to the south down here from this chunk because we only have this very top left corner unlocked. So we can only go west from here. We're getting quite close to Lumbridge, which could be funny if I end up having to do the woodcutting and defense grinds and stuff like that. They'd be long, but doable. And then, yeah, I guess we're in the same spot as we were. Let's pick a chunk. Yeah. Scary getting that close to the monastery. Let's go check the chunk out. I don't think there's going to be anything there. Chunk picker's not picking anything up, but yeah, let's go have a look. Okay, so let's have a little look at the chunk. This fella here, one away from the monastery. Why do we? I'm collecting unlockable 99 cape chunks like they're fucking infinity stones. Some oak trees, which we've done already. Can't get up there. And yeah, nothing else aside from some scorpions, which don't really drop anything. So yeah, we've gone all the way along the wilderness ditch, though. Is that the end, or is there some on the other side? Oh, there's a little bit on the other side, but we've basically gone all the way along the wilderness ditch. The sheep's there that I could shear if they wandered into this little bit here. That's not particularly useful to me, though, because I already have crafting unlocked. Yeah. Back to this... For probably the 5th or 6th or 7th time this video so far, back to the chunk picker. So we are back in the chunk picker, and with the not insignificant addition and, you know, knife hanging above my head of the monastery, which is 99 prayer. So we'll be hoping to avoid that, because that might be the longest... Yeah, that might be the longest chunk on here now. So... yeah, let's pick a new chunk and see what we get. Another one of these. Okay, right. Okay, so it looks like we'd not rolled straight into anything else, but it says bear there. I mean, that must be Callisto. We know that that's Venenatis, so... what is it with the wilderness obsession? Like, come on, can't we just roll barrows? I mean, I'm getting to the point now where I want to roll barrows and do some fun stuff. But yeah, another wilderness chunk. I don't really want to run all the way up there, but I'll go and check it out. Let's see what's there. Right, so we're here at the chunk. We're going even deeper into the wilderness. A wilderness crabs teleport. Oh, okay, so I guess those fishing spots are for wilderness crabs then? That's interesting. Where are the spots themselves? I can't actually see any. Or can I? Am I just blind? Oh yeah, there's one there. Okay, so it looks like you need, what, a lobster pot, and I think you need dark fishing bait for dark crabs, do you? So yeah, so that could be interesting in the future once I get a proper fishing method, which I currently do not have. All of that is from the Bob the Evil Cat random event. But yeah, nothing here. Check fee, I'm guessing that's going to be another wilderness cave then. That looks like another one. We're getting fucking close to these wilderness bosses, and they terrify me because I genuinely think I probably couldn't kill them at all. So, you know, not only would they be very long, but I think they might actually be impossible. So we'll have to make a judgment call on that when we get there. But yeah, I think we're heading to a rough spot if we keep going up in this sort of northeast chunk of the wilderness. And with that, we are back in the chunk picker. So we're at 35 chunks at the moment, 25 to pick from. We've got an absolute wall of death down this left-hand side. You know, we've got the wilderness bosses up here, multiple skill caves in and around Varrock. 24 is like a real death chunk. 99 prayer, that would be very brutal. But all we can do is hit pick chunk and hope for the best. So good luck to me. Oh god, there's caves there. What are they? Is that arty?
Holy fuck! That was diabolical.
89 agility in the Revenant. Right, so we've got. Right, so that's the Revenant cave. Oh fucking hell. That's diabolical. There's 34 tasks there. Are you fucking kidding? So, right, so collection log wise, but right, so we have to get all the Revenant weapons, all the Revenant emblems. Okay, not too bad. Dragon Med, Rune Kite, Black Dragon. Yes, Revenants drop Black Dragon hide, don't they? But I'm already 87 crafting, so I don't need to actually get any crafting for that. That's cool. Lot of quite brutal skilling grinds in here. So yeah. So I mean, 40 strength, that's fine. I mean, I've already got that. 70 range. I mean, I'm so. 70 range, that's probably not too bad. 60 magic again, not too bad. 87 fletching and 75 fire making. I don't think I've unlocked a better method for that than the oak logs that I was using already to get to 72. And 87 is what? A bit over 4 times the XP of level 72. So that's savage. 75 fire making, not too bad. 60 defense for dragon armor. What drops that? Oh yeah, they drop. Oh, well, that'll at least be some solid defense upgrades for if we, well, ever finish this chunk and ever get to Barrows. But that one, that's really scaring me. 89 agility. It's one of those shortcuts in the Revenant caves, isn't it? Is there another one? I feel like there's a lower level one as well. 89 agility, and I'm 99% sure I've not unlocked anything better than the Canifis course. So what? 89 agility, how much XP is that? Nearly 5 mil, so like 4.8 mil. So we're talking probably 300 hours of Canifis agility on top of having to get every single Revenant item. Oh my goodness. That is a brutal chunk. Oh my giddy aunt. Positives though, right? There are positives to this, which is the Vigorous Chainmace, the Crossbow, and the Scepter are all actually good weapons in their own right. They're very, very good in the wilderness. So if we get anything after this, like, I don't know, like these Elder Chaos Druids, or maybe even the wilderness bosses, we'll be in a very good spot to kill them with the Revenant weapons. But they're also actually not too bad out of the wilderness. I mean, they would be for most players, but I mean, my best weapon is a rune dagger and a maple shortbow and a fire staff. So those are huge upgrades for me, but it's just about getting them. And again, not to give spoilers to the other video that I'm working on, I know that killing revenants with shit tier gear is very, very hard. So I feel like if I can spoon one of these early, then the rest will be all right. Because once you've got a weapon, your kills per hour is going to go up a lot. But do you know what? When I started rolling this morning, I was really not expecting to get that as our next big grind. There's just so much stuff, so much closer. Like all of these, like that's a cooking cape, that's a construction cape. That I'm pretty sure is a rune crafting cape, prayer cape. I was kind of psyched up for one of those, but this is gonna be I mean, this is at least a bit more diverse. I feel like there's a lot more to do here, but this is probably easily over 1,000-hour chunk. I mean, 300 hours for the agility. You're talking probably at least 100 hours to get one weapon, and then, you know, getting the rest of it is just RNG from there. I saw it because I can't get tasks from the Slayer master in Edgefield. We're talking sculled but off task, and yeah, I've seen someone go 62,000 greenlog greenlog revenants off task, so that is brutal. The Amulet of Avarice, I'm pretty sure that's quite good. I think that's like the equivalent of a power amulet or something, just normally, so that would be a huge upgrade for us. Then there's quite a lot of easy stuff like the teleports and the ether. But yeah, that's a that's a lot of savage stuff. Oh, yeah. Oh. So, good things and bad things about rolling this chunk. So I've done a little bit of research on it. This is the chunk here. There we go, unlocked. One of the, where is the actual Revenant entrance? I think it's that one, isn't it? What is it? Oh yeah, so this is actually not the Revenant entrance. This is the RTO entrance. And up until when as of recording, 2 days ago, as of recording, I now can't go in here. So that list of goals that was, you know, as long as my arm would have been even worse, because I'd have had to have killed RTO for all the uniques, including, you know, the Voidwaker piece and blah blah blah, but also the pet. And also, even worse than the pet, which is a 1 in 2.8, I'd have also had to get a curved bone from RTO itself, which is a 1 in, 5,000 from RTO itself. So I'd have had to kill 5,000 RTO on average, and that would have all been 2 days ago. But as of 2 days ago, they made it so you cannot go in there at all to kill RTO until you've done the Wilderness Medium Diary, and I will never do that unless not the whole wilderness, because there's all sorts of shit that you got to do for that. So yeah, and then I think the Wilderness Cave is over here. However, the issue with the Wilderness Cave is it costs 100,000 gold to even get in, and I've only just about got 100,000 gold. So yeah, if I want to go in, I'm going to have to spend basically all my money and then just pray that I don't get PK'd. Because if I do and lose my 100k, it's going to take me a lot of time to get 100k back, not being in the Revenant Caves. The good news is kind of once I get in there and get some drops, if I can get an emblem or just some dragon items or whatever, then it'll be all right, really. Once I kind of get a stockpile of cash built up, it'll be fine. But getting that stockpile of cash built up is going to be kind of brutal. So, oh God, this is so much to think about. Okay, fuck it. I think the best thing to do is just go in with what we've got, kill some imps or goblins or whatever, and hope for the best. I've got a full invent of food, so I think any really low level PKs that get on me, I should be alright. I've got Protect Magic. I should probably get the others as well. But for now, I feel like probably just getting in there and killing some stuff is the way. I've not got a Bracelet of Ethereum yet, so should I just stick to the imps? Will they be easy to kill? Probably. Yeah, this seems pretty simple, doesn't it? There we go, though. Everyone's going to know what we got. Right, so we'll drop these, we'll grab the coins and the teleports. Cool. Right, let's tag all of these. Okay. And here we are. This is going to be us for the foreseeable. I really need one of the bracelets kind of ASAP. I'm not holding much hope for getting anything interesting, but if I can get something to cover the 100k in case I get PK'd, that would probably be advantageous. Getting quite a lot of Revenant ether doing this. Okay, so this fella can attack me. Where's the exit over there? Okay, so the exit must be pretty close to so like to Fornith Enclave, so we should be all right. Yeah, this is gonna take a long time. Oh, that's pretty nice actually. I can get Manta Ray here. Oh yeah, there'll be all sorts of blighted food that I get that's actually good. So yeah, as soon as I can get a full invent of those, yeah, blighted anglerfish as well. As soon as I can get a full invent of like actually good fish, we're gonna be laughing. I'll tell you what, my maple shortbow is shredding these things in comparison to what I thought it would. I mean, I know these fellas are only low level, but it's not too bad really, is it? Oh, this is so scary. There's so many people around. Oh, God. Oh, go on then. 2 rune plate bodies. That's very fucking nice. Right, I'm going to grab those, bank those, and then that's my sort of return fund of the 100k that I need. Cool. Right, let's grab those. Nice. Grab the coins. Oh, I'll grab the crown one as well. Why not? Okay, cool. Right, that took, yeah, barely 5 minutes. So let's see where we come up. If we come up here, right by the bears, and then yeah, that's like no run, is it? So we're pretty safe, I think. It will be unlikely, I think, I get killed from that distance. So the goblins are pretty safe too. Cool, right, that's our return fund sorted then, because we've got 34k plus an extra, 38 if we high alch those, because we've got the runes for that. So cool, right, so even if we die now, we're all good. I'm probably going to start a little Revenant tab or something, but that's probably a smart thing to do. These are very cool actually, and I think I might take them with me just in case, because if you look, I can, when I'm in the wilderness, I can cast snare with these. So if someone gets on me, I can try and cast snare and catch a freeze. I don't know if I will in my gear because I'm -24, but if I did that, if I went like that and then tried to cast it, I'd probably have a decent chance. But yeah, Revenant Caves, here we come. Okay, I just got attacked. I didn't record it somehow. But he was dark bowing me. He was only level 43. Imagine if he'd been higher, it would have been way rougher. But God, my heart got going a bit there. I really can't lose that 100k, man. Right. I think I might need to get 43 prayer. I think I'll just be a lot safer in the wilderness with it. So it's probably a good idea. So I might just go back to green dragons. get the dragon bones that we need for 43 prayer, and then continue from there. I also I've found out since that inside the Rev caves there is shortcuts. So there's a level 65 shortcut there, which I can do, and a level 89 shortcut there, which obviously one we need to train for. But there are also these level 75 shortcuts, which I think are going to be... I think I should go and get kind of ASAP if I'm going to be in the Revenant Cave. So one of the best ways for low levels, not quite as low level as my rangers, once I get up to about level 60-ish, I should be able to safe spot the hellhound in here pretty easily, and that would be a lot better drop rate. But I'm also fucked, because at the moment I would have to run all the way around here, all the way around here, all the way down here, all the way down here, all the way down here, and all the way down here. Whereas if I train to level 75, I'll be able to come up here, I'll be able to go across here, and I'll be able to go across here. But the crucial thing is, most people that can attack me, bear in mind I'm 50-something combat, so even up there, the people that are going to be attacking me are going to be, what, level 79, 84, something like that, around the 80s. Chance of them having PKers that are level 70-something combat, the chance of them having 75 agility, I think is probably pretty low. I mean, realistically, I should get 89, and then I will never have any trouble with anyone, because no low-level pures are going to have 89 agility. But I also don't just want to go and get 89 agility before doing anything else in this chunk. So, yeah, I think 75 agility kind of early on is probably a good idea. But yeah, so that's what I'm thinking. Get 43 prayer, try and get 75 agility soonish, and then we'll be in a much better spot. Is that for me? Oh, I do like fishing. Let's go. So let's have a bit of a debrief. We rolled the Revenant chunk. This is by far the biggest chunk that I've rolled to date. It's going to take by far the longest of any chunk so far. We're talking easily 1,000+ hours. But it will also give us the best rewards of any chunk so far too. Namely, 3 amazing weapons, a ton of GP, and some other upgrades like dragon equipment and black dragon hide, that kind of thing. On screen now is the full list of items and levels that we need to complete this chunk. As you can see, it is a massive list, and in episode 2 I described a death chunk for me as being 1,000+ hours, as that constitutes more than 6 months if you were working RuneScape as a full-time job. So we're now technically working on a death chunk. However, it's at least a diverse grind with a lot to do, and not just smithing 500,000 bronze bars or something stupid like that. So in that regard, I'm lucky. Having said that, I don't want to underplay to me or to you how long this chunk is going to take. This chunk essentially means doing more than double the hours that 99 agility would take using normal methods just to get the 89 agility goal using the Canifis course. So it would be like getting 26 million agility XP on any other account, probably more like 30 million XP. Then we have the 87 fletching goal, which using just the oak trees that I've been having so far is another 300-hour grind on its own. Then I also have to green log the Revenants in totally suboptimal gear. This will be brutal. However, it's going to be fun, and I'm going to enjoy putting the hours in, and I am going to get it done. So over the weekend, I have been doing a lot of agility. We're talking nearly up to level 73, which is quite a lot, from level 71. So the XP per hour on the agility is about 17k. So, well, slightly less if I'm not paying attention. So 15 to 17k. So we did, 8 or so hours of that over the weekend. I need to get 75 for the Revenant shortcut. I really think getting that early will help. Because I can escape a lot easier from some of the stuff. I think this one is the level... No, not that one. This one's level 75. And that one's level 75. So 2 of the most important ones. Oh, and that one. So, yeah, I'm intending on doing the hellhounds, I think. So, yeah, having that shortcut there will be useful, because I really think most of the kind of shite level pures that will be able to attack me won't have 75 agility. What I should do in if I was being maximum efficient would be to get straight up to 89 agility. However, that would make for a really boring video, because it would take about 2 or 3 months alone. So yeah, I won't be doing that, but I'll at least get 75 before properly starting Revenants. So yeah, that's where we're at. I also got a lamp, so we're going to spend that on Hunter, get the 120 Hunter XP, level 13. I think by the end of this chunk, I'll actually have the level to do Swamp Lizards and catch some of the lower level Implings. So I think if I can get, what do I need to hunt? It's either young Implings or baby Implings. I won't be able to do this because I can't get a net, so it'll be 27 and 32. But when I can, I'll be able to get a bowstring. And when I get a bowstring, because I need to get 87 fletching in this trunk to make a magic shield, I'll be able to get a magic logs drop from Revenant, and then if I can get a bowstring, I'll be able to just make myself a magic shortbow, which will be such a huge upgrade from the maple shortbow that I'm going to be using up until then. So that will be very cool. I mean, hopefully I'll get a Revenant weapon like straight away, and a magic shortbow will be irrelevant. But if I don't, that's a nice little backup that I can get. Oh, that is a nice drop. 36 lore runes. That's huge. Because I hardly have any. So getting some is very, very nice. I'm tempted to bank those, but we'll see. Yeah, I got attacked by some guy with a rune crossbow, so fuck it, we bank. So useful having this Fornith Enclave bank. Is it in the chunk or is it next to the chunk? Oh yeah, next to the chunk. Yeah, this is ideal. So yeah, we actually, from killing the imps, we're getting manta rays and anglerfish and whatnot really quite quickly, which is very useful for us because they are far better than the trout that I've been struggling with thus far. So if we actually get PKs on us, the manta rays in particular will be very useful. But yeah, good time in this chunk. I think I might move to the Goblins. I feel like I might have slightly more luck there. I don't think I'm not really doing it at the moment to try and actually get a Revenant weapon. That will come once I get 75. But what I do want is a little bit more coins and a little bit more good food, and then I'll be in a much kind of better spot to go to the proper Revenant, skull up, actually try and get a weapon. And there are our first magic logs. So there is confirmation that we need to get 87 fletching in this chunk. So I'm actually going to put that off for a bit, because why bother going to the oak trees and getting 87 fletching when, from doing the Revenants, and I've checked the drop table on this, I should get a decent amount of both yew and magic logs. So depending on how dry we go at the Revenants, we're going to actually tick off a very decent percentage of the fletching XP that we need to bank from just logs we're going to get as drops anyway. So probably the last thing I'm going to do in this chunk is the fletching, and we'll basically do everything else before that. So yeah, that's my rationale on that. Okay, so the emblem trader's here, so I may as well skull on him if he's just stood there for the 40% better rate at the rev weapons. I mean, likelihood of me getting it from an imp is, I think, about 1 in 60,000 even when sculled. So pretty low. And that's just to roll the table. That's for an avarice, or... In fact, is it? Hang on. Let me do a little bit of light Googling here right now. So we're talking... This is live Googling you're hearing right now. How lucky are you guys? So... Yeah, so if we're sculled... Oh, no, that's not even bad. If sculled, we're talking a 1 in 16,000 rate at any of the uniques. So that's an avarice or a crossbow or a scepter or a chain mace. That's not even that bad, to be honest. But the individual rate of the weapons is about a 1 in 80,000 even when sculled. And not sculled, it's a 1 in 146,000. So it does boost us quite a lot having the skull, but the rate at these imps is still incredibly low. So, I mean, compare the 1 in 16,000 to about the 1 in 3,000 we're going to be getting from the hellhound. Yeah, so unlikely to get a weapon here, but we may as well grab the skull if the emblem trader's walking past anyway. Something slightly different to normal here, we're going to give a shout out to another chunk man called Maka OSRS, who is embarking on what could only be described as the most insane grind that any chunk man has ever done. He has gone one step beyond Supreme, which itself is one step beyond Xtreme. So yeah, if you're interested in people doing the most ridiculous grinds for the smallest of rewards, then go check out his series on his channel, and I'll link it in the description below. Why do they always shout out the U seeds? I mean, I imagine they're incredibly rare, but I mean, they cost like, they're 50,000 GP. Still so weird that they still shout them out in the caves. Oh, that is actually, oh, fuck off. All right. See, I hate these pricks. I was about to give a big shout out to what's it? Alright, weirdo. What's your fucking problem? See, this is why we can't have nice things and have fun in the world. Is this guy really trying to kill me for what? For my U seeds that I just got that were like 50k. Get a fucking grip. Anyway, point of it being, Super Restore, Blighted Super Restore. Actually really cool. Like, I cannot get potions of any kind because I'm one herblore and haven't done Druidic's Ritual. But I can get these blighted potions, and in theory, over presumably thousands and thousands of revenants I'm going to kill, I'll probably get quite a lot. And so I might try not to use them, because if I roll like any other sort of things that I need protection prayers for, any of the other sort of wilderness bosses that there are, it would be really quite useful to have what is effectively prayer potions and super restores. So yeah, that's going to be handy over time. Go on, lads, get stuck in. My money is on Virgin Hunter, and he's clapped him. Yeah, Virgin Hunter had it easy. Good fight. What a dub. That is 55 hit points on the Xtreme Onechunk. Have we gone up combat level? No, still level 60. And we want that to stay as low as possible for as long as possible. So we're going to be doing absolutely no defense levels or anything along those lines. U-logs. That's what I'm talking about. 28 U-logs. I mean, how much XP do you reckon they give for a longbow? 75? Maybe? Something like that? So, yeah, that's like a couple thousand fletching XP right there that I didn't have to chop any logs for, so they're going to add up big time over this grind. Holy fuck, this is the first time that I've done agility on the PC since starting this chunk, so I've done it all on mobile. We're nearly at 73, we're going to get 89 for the chunk goal. 16,089 laps left. That means we're going to basically just shy of 20,000 laps in this chunk. That is nuts. It's a real test of how good this mic is right now, because there is a lot of noise outside at the moment. So if you can't hear anything right now in the background, then the mic... What?
Can you do Marie?
Yeah, of course. That was Phoebe. I'm pretty sure that got picked up. But yeah, 16,000 laps to go. Oh. She's making bread, like fake bread, out of Lego. Yeah, 16,088 laps to go. 54 laps at a time. This is going to be a fun one. So I got 73 agility last night, 26k until level 74. 4,234 laps so far with 15.7 thousand to go. We're going to go straight to 75, and then from 75 we're going to see what our sort of PK ability at Revenants is like. If I can escape pretty much every PK with the 75 shortcut, we'll probably just stick to Revenants for a bit and drip feed in agility on the mobile over time. But if a lot of the PKs do have 75, or the 75 shortcut is too far away, then we might be forced just to go straight to level 89, which per the tracker up here is going to take about 244 hours. So yeah, not too bad, I guess. I mean, about 10 days of playtime from now, and we're at 22, so about half the playtime with the entire account again. But we would be done with it then. So, I mean, we have to get it sooner or later. So, I mean, I should just do it first. But I don't like the idea of a video for you guys just being me running Canifis laps. But, yeah, fun stuff. Oh, I've got Stella with me because she's off nursery today, so she's not feeling very well. But if you hear some cooing in the background, that's her. Or coughing, that's also her. But we just got level 74 agility, which I missed because I'm being so efficient at running around. I'm like spam clicking every obstacle before, and I got it mid-run. So, yeah, 74 agility, 1 level to go until we can go to Revs and test it out a bit more properly. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been on the train a lot, going to client meetings and such, but there is level 75 agility, which is pretty big for exactly this reason, the medium Revenant Cave shortcuts, of which I think there are 2 of them. So, big level for the account, basically means we can go back to Revenants now whenever we like and test out our agility escape. But that is also, coincidentally, exactly 1/4 of the way to level 89 agility. So, we are 1/4 of the way done in this chunk, 4,818 laps completed. That's since level 40. And 15,000 to go. So, yeah, we're getting through it. But it's going to be slow. But we can now go and do agility whenever we like. So, go and do Revenants now whenever we like, which is good news. So, yeah, I also learned out from a comment on the video. Big shout out to whoever it was that left a comment, that for every 4 out of 5 levels, bronze arrows are exactly the same as iron arrows in terms of the max hit. So, I think at level 50 I get an extra max hit with iron arrows, so that means at level 51 I'd get an extra hit. I'd get the same extra max hit with bronze arrows. So we're going to be going back to bronze arrows because they're about 3-4 times cheaper. Yeah, thought that was worth updating you on as well. Nice. We just did I just did the camo, the kind of soldier event, and got my first lamp from a random event that isn't a genie or a dunce. So we're officially, finally getting more lamps than regular. So I am heading out into the Revenant Caves with adamant arrows and a maple shortbow, because I'm going to try and kill a higher level Revenant than I've been doing previously. So the reason for this is I'm going to go and try and kill the Revenant hellhound. So the drop rate for a weapon is only 5 times better than an imp. So in that regard, it'd be kind of better to stick to the imps. Can I kill them 5 times quicker than I can kill the hellhounds? Probably. But the hellhounds drop normal loot. What would it be? Right, is this the right shortcut? No, I need this one. They drop like normal loot, like rune plate bodies, dragon plate legs, etc. 15 times more likely than the imps themselves. So in that regard, they're far, far better. So at this time where I need kind of cash as one of my main things, I feel like trying to save spot some hellhounds will be better. But if it doesn't work particularly well, or there's a lot of PKers that I can't escape from, etc., then I think it might be best to just go back to the imps until I get a first weapon, and then from there, coming somewhere like quads here would be just far better. But this is what we did all that agility grinding for, so that we can hop over there, good times, and then we'll head over here, and I'll show you the safe spot for hellhounds. So it took a long time to find a free world, but here we are. So the Revenant hellhound safe spot is as follows. Well, be nice if I actually had my attack options on. Attack the hellhound, run back around this corner here. He'll then come over to this wall. Then I jog around this corner over here. And then over to this square here, and now he cannot attack me. So what I need to do is see how many actual kills I can get, because it probably won't be very, like, can I actually get a kill before he despawns? Unsure. I'm on an Australian world, so my one-tick flicking is not going well, but it looks like my hits aren't too bad with these addy arrows. The max hit isn't too bad. Oh my god, that is awful. I actually can't one-tick flick like this. Okay. That's terrible news. Okay, but yeah, this is what we're going to try and do for a bit. See if we can get lucky on some dragon plate leg, something like that, because that would be really handy. Okay, so the first kill took quite a long time, about 4 minutes, but we did get some adamant bars for it, so I guess that's all right. And we got a couple of anglerfish. So how many arrows did we use? 25 arrows. So my thought is this probably isn't worth it just yet. But I think it will come into its own once I get slightly higher range level and the kills are slightly faster. Because I can see once I get to 50 range, my average kill time without Eagle Eye will go down from 199 seconds to 170, you know, which is nearly 30 seconds, which is quite a lot for, you know, something that I'm going to have to do thousands upon thousands of times. But I think I'm probably going to end up just going back to the imps to train my range up till it's at least a decent amount higher. And the second kill coming in. Yeah, this is definitely too slow at the moment, but it will get better. We got some coal though, so yeah, you can see how like you actually get an item or whatever basically most kills. But I think for now, sticking to the imps is going to be better. I mean, it's 15 times faster drop rate, but they take, you know, 10 or 15 seconds to kill at the most. So, yeah, I think this is probably just going to be the way. I'll ditch the addy arrows and go back to bronze, though. And I'll go back to the ones near the entrance as well. But I think probably just using the imps. And I just need to think of it as training my range. Maybe I'll do up to 60 or something like that and then try the hellhounds again. But I think this has just got to be the way for now. So it's 11:30 a.m. right now. And what I'm going to do is a little test run to see how many imps I can kill in either 15, 20 or 30 minutes. So I'm just going to kind of start doing it. I've noted down how many I've got in the loot tracker, and we're just going to kind of get going, see how many we can kill, and then I should be able to get a calculation for how many I need to kill on average to get myself a roll on the unique table. It's probably going to be a depressingly long time, but luckily killing imps is actually relatively kind of stress-free. I mean, I just click them and wait with bronze arrows. If I'm using bronze arrows, I'm not even going to bother to pick them up either, because they're 1 GP, and like every single kill you get between like, you know, 50 and however much GP, and all it takes is like one decent emblem to come in, and you know, I'm laughing. I'll have like infinite arrows. So I think, yeah, I'm not even going to bother picking up the arrows. I'm just going to pick up sort of the food, bit of the coins when I can be bothered, and then obviously all the proper drops as well. But I think this is probably going to be the way for now, realistically, because I also would quite like to get quite a lot of this food, because there's quite a lot of interesting wilderness chunks very nearby. So there's things like Venenatis that are like right in like a rollable chunk for me, basically. So if I get loads and loads and loads of this blighted food, that'll be really, really helpful for me. I won't have to go and like buy sharks from the Canifis shop or anything like that. So that would be really useful. So I think kind of filling up on the food, which you get at a disproportionate rate from the imps compared to everything else, is probably a smart idea. I think once I get a higher level, I'll try going back to the hellhounds, but I still don't think it'll be much better than this in terms of uniques per hour. But once I get a weapon, like if I get crossbow, I'll go and start killing quads or something like that, because the rate will just be so much better. Basically, this is all just going to snowball. This is the worst part of this chunk by far, is this very, very early Revenant killing, because you just got garbage weapons. The rates on the stuff that you can actually kill garbage as well. And, you know, it's just painful. Whereas once we start getting some slightly higher levels, it'll slightly snowball again. And then once we get, what's it called? Once we get a Rev's weapon, it will really, really snowball. Oh, that's a nice little item to get. The old Bracelet of Ethereum. That is going to be extremely handy for reducing the damage that I get. So I think if I use that on there we go, and I need to toggle it so it's automatic. Perfect. Right, that's a new collection log. Slightly wary of this guy that he's just going to attack me with his web weaver bow, but we got a lot of food and he's teleported away, so we're all good. So Bracelet of Ethereum, that is going to be handy for killing some slightly harder revenants. Might try out the goblins. The only issue with the goblins is the respawn timer, but if I can find a couple of worlds and just hop between them, then potentially that could be better. We're 17 minutes into our challenge of, you know, see how many of these I can kill per hour at the moment. So once we get to 20, I'll have some maths for you, and we all love maths in this game. So in 20 minutes, we've killed 63 imps, starting at 48 mage, going up to 49. So that'll only get slightly faster. Probably not a lot faster, because a lot of the time is waiting around for spawns. So we're talking 1 in probably 200 is going to be what we're sort of going to max out at, and what we're roughly at the minute. So let's use that for our maths. So with that maths, Skuld, we need to do 80 hours of Revenant Imps, that's 8-0, to roll on the unique table once. So that's a 40% chance of an Amulet of Avarice, and a 60% chance at one of the 3 weapons. All 3 of the weapons will be a massive upgrade, so it doesn't particularly matter which one we get when we get one. The Amulet of Avarice will be slightly annoying, although not necessarily the end of the world, because it does basically act like a salve amulet and notes the drops. So for me, that would actually be quite useful, because I'm using a weapon here in the Maple Shortbow that I can just go and get back. So the Amulet of Avarice would be my +1, would increase DPS by about 20%, and be useful with the drops. So yeah, it wouldn't necessarily be the end of the world, but I think I would prefer a weapon. So we're talking 80 hours of Revenant Imps to roll a weapon in that regard. So I think what I'm going to do is bank some of this stuff and then go try out the Goblins and see what I can do with a sort of hop method. They are a 1 in 10,000 for a unique, and the drop rate on, you know, coal and addy bars and rune plate legs and stuff is about double the imps. So if I can kill around kind of 40-ish goblins in the same amount of time, 20 minutes, then I think it'll be better than this, but we'll see. And it will, and that will also get slightly better with time as well, because they've got more hit points. My max hit matters more. But do you know what? I was expecting imps to be far worse. 80 hours for a roll on the table, I don't think is too bad. I mean, obviously I could go really dry on it, but for a drop rate, 80 out, I mean, 80 hours for a drop rate is obviously insane. But this is very relaxed. I'm very close to the entrance, so I can escape from pretty much all the PKs. I haven't died in the Rev Cave once, and haven't really even looked like I'm going to die in the Rev Cave once. So yeah, it's quite a nice little spot to be in. I could easily do this on mobile as well, so the gains in that regard can be quite high. Slightly feels like a waste of time going and getting the 75 agility, but that will be useful later on for escaping PKs, because my combat level is probably not going to go up too much, because I'm going to be sticking to 40 defense at least for now. And I'm currently melee based with the 57 attack, 40 attack, 57 strength, 40 attack. So I don't know what my range level can get to before I start becoming range based, but it's probably the mid 60s at least, maybe higher. So I should be 60 combat for a while. So I'll be low combat when I get over to the doing the hellhounds again, which then means that the lower the combat, generally the lower the agility level. So the 75 agility shouldn't be a waste of time, and I should be able to get the benefit of it escaping from PKers. But for now, we're sticking to the imps. Oh, some nice onyx bolt tips, very cool. We'll be sticking to the imps and seeing how we get on. Hopefully, I can spoon a weapon. If I can spoon a weapon, this chunk will just speed up a lot. Whereas if I somehow manage to go like 3 times drop rate dry on a weapon, then we're talking having to kill basically 100,000 revenants or something ridiculous like that. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Okay, so we're going to give the goblins a go. They've got a really long respawn timer, so we're going to be hopping between a couple of worlds, but we're starting at none on my drop log at the moment. So yeah, we'll see how many of these we can get in a period of time and work that out per hour. So let's get going. Oh, we just got a second bracelet of Ethereum. That is very nice indeed. Means, well, if I can bank them, that I'll be able to keep hold of what I get. How much ether have I got in this already? 302. So yeah, I should probably empty those out as much as I can remember to, just in case I do get PK'd. So I've just done 10 minutes of the Revenant Goblins. Goblins, but we're talking about, well, it was 22 kills that we got. So we're talking about 44 per 20 minutes, which would be the same as the other. Piss off. Where's this chump just appeared from? This isn't what we agreed. Anyway, yeah, we're talking about 44 per 20 minutes, which equates to about 130 per hour. So from a weapons perspective, if we add an additional, 60% to that, it's about the same. But from a, useful money drops, etc., the goblins are probably about 20-30% better. So I think these can also have the potential to go a lot higher as well, because these are 14 hit points and I hit a max hit of 6 at the moment. They heal quite a lot, so I spend quite a lot of time, extra time like that. Like, that doesn't happen so much with the imps, which means that there's a higher ceiling to this as well, where I'm sure I can kill even more per hour. I can probably get close to that 200 kills per hour here as well, once my range level goes up a little bit. So yeah, I'm thinking that might be the way around to do it. So I think if I stick to this, doing the world hopping, I think this will just get better and better and better. We're probably talking about 80-ish hours for a unique here as well at this range level, 49. I do think that that's going to go down, and we're probably going to get to 70, possibly 60 once we start getting into like 60 plus range. So I think the goblins are going to be the way. I think the world hopping is just too powerful, because I do spend quite a lot of time at the imps waiting as well, but just not quite enough time to make it worth doing the world hopping, because they've got about a 15-second respawn timer, whereas these guys are about 45. So yeah, I think once I get a higher range level, I'll do far, far better here than I will at the imps. I was going to try the hobgoblins, but they're 72 hit points, and the rate is only about twice as good as doing these goblins. So I think that's probably just a bit of a moot point, at least until I've got a rev weapon or significantly higher range plus an avarice, something like that. But I think these goblins are probably going to be the way, and we're going to be sat here for it. I guess these will be less doable on mobile, so I'll probably still do imps on mobile, but I think goblins are probably going to be the way when I'm on PC. But 60, 70, 80 hours, really not too bad for a rev weapon, to be honest. I would just like to point out that I have only just thought, why am I not bringing a looting bag to do this? Then I could bring basically a nearly full invent of food. Am I broken? I actually think I'm broken. How have I not thought this whole time to use a looting bag? The only reason to use a looting bag is for doing exactly this kind of thing. It is the only reason that it exists. So yeah, what I'm going to do is wrap up this trip relatively soon and go and get a looting bag and keep it on me. Because even if I lose it, it's a 1 in 10 from these Revenant Goblins. So I can get one back like instantly. Oh my God, everyone's going to be so angry with me in the comments again. I felt after the last one, I was like, right, that's it. No more mistakes. I can't handle the abuse any longer, but yet, here we are, struggling. Oh, go on then. Double dragon plate skirt. Oh, things you love to see from a goblin. Oh, that is alks galore. Right, I can't wear those at the moment, but they are technically a best in slot for the chunk. That is very, very, very nice indeed. Right, I've got Stella with me, so if anyone shouts, that's who it is. But I'm going to do a new test, I think, because I can now hit 7s with bronze arrows, which means I think I'm going to be significantly more damaging against these. I'm more accurate, I can hit higher, etc., etc. So I'm going to redo my timings and see how many kills I can get in a given period of time. And I'll get back to you shortly with the results. Oh, fuck off with the U seeds. They're like the same rarity as the 1 mil emblem, and that's the second time I've had them. Piss off. So in 15 minutes, we're talking 36 kills. 36 goblin kills. So we're talking, what, 144 per hour now? Which is not too bad, is it? That's 68 hour unique item in terms of either an avarice or one of the weapons. Suddenly that's not too bad. I feel like when my what's it called, max hit goes up to 8, it'll probably go even higher than that, to be honest. So yeah. Oh, look at that, 8 million GP. Oh my fucking God. Look at the state of that. Go on then. Go on then, you big beauty. 8 mil from a fucking goblin. Oh my God. 8 mil. Well, that's me covered then. Oh my God. That is a game changer. 8 mil. Oh, I'll tell you what, that pink text and the collection log pop-up was unbelievable. Look at the state of that thing. Oh, right, that is going in there as the icon for that tab for now. Another side thing of this, the food is so good. I know I can only really use it in the wilderness, but I'm getting so much of it from killing these goblins, so this is fucking nice. Oh my goodness. That is so good. 8 mil. Things you love to see. So we'll call it there for the video. That was a huge item, the ancient effigy. 8 million raw gold. I'm gonna probably get so many more of the emblems over time, but that one is a very nice one to have first. I need to trade it in, get the GP, and then I'm just laughing for just anything. 8 mil GP on a low level Ironman is an insane amount. But just conscious that this video has been probably insanely long already, and I really appreciate you sticking with me to the end. I'd like to give a big shout out to the channel members who make all this possible by making my wife think this is a good way to spend my time. But the channel members are Avery Fields, Eddie Mayer, Shocked Thief, Mitchell Nunley, DJ Focus, Grimsley, El Pinnin, Grimsoso, Salnexor, Kai, Hunterman, Fontcest, Carl Sprouse, Creto, and the newest channel member, Ninrim. And a big shout out to IT Warrior, who upgraded from the gold tier to the legend tier this week. So big thank you to those guys. And yeah, if you want to kind of help support me and keep me on this grind for the long haul, make sure this gets done and we roll another chunk on this account, then any support you can give via the membership scheme is, greatly appreciated, but don't feel like you've got to. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and onwards and upwards to the next one.